Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I already checked in here. I see you have Kenny's in here with his daily dose of the Bible. Here we go. Slowing up. Share me out. Thank you, Kenny. He's going to be watching and listening while he's making eggs and pierogies for dinner. Pierogies sound good. Also have Call Me V in here. And not only Call Me V, you got Call Me Stevie. Caught him drinking. Go ahead. Well, you can put your picture up. You can put your picture up if you want to take a drink. We have Kevin from where are we staying? Yep, Kevin's over in charge of that M24. You want to know anything about that? You can go to the M24 Facebook group and find out information there. There's also a bunch of people who posted videos of previous M23 and M22 and M21 meetups, so you can go see what it was like. Mm-hmm. And we have Carnival Cruise Addicts in the house. Yeah. There's something up there that says Carnival Cruise Addicts, but you'll have to look for the video. It's not quite out yet. So hello to Chris and Liz. Everybody's saying hello. Oops. I think there's a typo there.
Probably.
I okay. That could be a couple of different ways. Okay. But,
hello, Danny D. How are you doing? How are everybody doing tonight?
Doing good. Just tired.
Yeah, tired. Getting to the end of that long week.
Mm.
Oh, and Thursday too. You're usually off Thursday.
I know. I had an 8-hour shift, right? I took the Monday off, so then everything moved over.
I just realized that this is Thursday. You're usually off Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, not this time.
New for the M24. Steve will be making glitter bombs.
Let me think about that.
Depends on the type of glitter.
Meat on a stick. No, I don't think
we're making for supper.
Oh, are we? Okay.
I know B's also brought up in that they're about doing tie-dye T-shirts. Woohoo! They're fun. We did those at Ontario 23.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
That was clean. Oh, I was reorganizing. Dang it! I found a thing of. I think I put it down here. With some tie-dye. Some tie-dye bottles from the dollar store. Oh, excuse me. I had a taco bowl and it's repeating on me. Glitter bombs with pop rocks.
Grr.
She's looking for trouble.
Yes, she is.
Yes, V, I need to talk to you about the shirts. Says Kevin.
You got that? Okay. She got message.
So tossing around some different ideas. We're, first week of the month. It's countdown to cruising because we're counting down. Oh, yeah. That matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many days.
Well, when I looked at it last night.
200.
When I looked at it last night at just around midnight or after, it said 200 days.
It's V's got it up here. It's one. Yeah. 199.
We're now 199 in 18 hours. We're under the 200 mark. Less than 200 days till the carnival breeze.
Oh, I'm getting scared. I don't want to go anymore.
Controversial cruising. Welcome in. Or as Danny's saying, Scott! Good to have you in here. So we're talking group cruises tonight. Well, I know 3 of us up here, that's all we've been on. fun on one group cruise, and we're going on another group cruise.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about a bit about. Yep, there. Look, there's the thumb. There's the thumb. So I looked up a little bit. It's like group cruises by cruise line standards. If you book a specific number of cabins, and there were different amounts for different cruise lines, a different minimum number of cabins, your group gets some perks such as some onboard credit or other little odds and sods, or sometimes if it's a large group, they get a bonus cabin where they can, split up that amongst them. Sometimes the amount that cabin would be, or, they could take, someone on that could benefit from going on a cruise. Scott says 8 cabins or more are usually considered a group. Yep.
Makes sense. Cabins.
But if you have a small group, or even a family cruise can be still like a group if you get depending on your size of family. But no, if smaller than that, you still can have an unofficial group cruise with a group of people going. It doesn't have to be under their. You can just have an unofficial one.
You could have take your family or something.
Just take someone to organize it, takes charge and organizes it. Other people kind of help out, like the one coming up. Amy's the one in charge, but there's those of us that are helping with little things here and there to make that
family reunions or anything like that.
Yep, for family weddings.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do a wedding on a cruise ship. That just doesn't seem right.
Oh, I
That's
know
a silliness.
somebody did that. Well, somebody got engaged on a group cruise, and then about a year later they had a wedding on a cruise. And I heard recently of another couple in the cruising community that's going to get married on a group cruise coming up in a year or so. We'll get back to that. Some of the group cruises, they'll organize a Facebook group. They'll have pre-cruise meetup or a pre-cruise dinner to get together with everybody beforehand.
Is the Rabbi Schmiegelhauser going to be there? Or Sex Schmiegelhauser?
Zach Schmiegelhauser. He's going to be in November 2025. He will be in the U.S., back in the USSA.
Okay.
Oops. I got... Speak of the devil, I got somebody flashing in my... Somebody's flashing some yellow koala ducks.
Oh, okay, I see it now. That's interesting. A koala duck. Okay, I gotcha.
Oh,
Nice.
What sound does a koala make? And then
I don't know
what sound does a koala duck make?
I don't know, but you order a certain drink at the Outback, you can get a koala duck. And
He wants to know, do they play Duck Duck Mate?
It'll be a duck marsupial. I don't know.
He is losing it over here.
Depending on different group cruises, some have a lot of activities, some have a few activities, and I'm just kind of going through what we did on our cruise and what I've heard from other group cruises doing. So some activities could be cabin crawls, a slot pull, bar crawl, scavenger hunt, gift exchanges, shot glass exchanges, door decorating contests, burger eating contest. There's a guy over there that was in the burger eating contest.
I won't do that again. That was painful.
I can imagine. We had a bunch that went to afternoon tea. I know one group cruise that they got together early in the morning after breakfast or whatever, and they were just sitting there relaxing and coloring. That same cruise, they had D&D and other games.
Well, the one time when we were on the Horizon there, we were saying about a pub crawl, and people that weren't part of our cruise were like, "There's a pub crawl on these? I never knew they organized those." And we just said, "Well, it's part of our group thing." And I think some of them tagged along with our group. Just
Why
random
not?
people. We start at 6. Sorry. And then we go to 13. Oh, we started at 6 people, and by the time we finished, we had 13 on the pub crawl. So, not everybody was part of the group cruise. Some people just came with us because they heard that there was a pub crawl.
Why not? It's going to make
Yeah.
new friends.
Yep.
Find out you got a YouTube channel. You might get new subscribers. Or you just not, you just get a new friend.
We met somebody named Regina, and everybody in her pocket or posse or whatever it is.
Yeah, they were down near Amy and I, and all of a sudden V disappears into the cabin. I'm like, should I be concerned? Like,
Okay, I remember that. Yeah, okay.
because it's a great way to building friendships and that. If anybody that's in the chat that's been on a
That
group.
was a great way to get abducted. Luckily, we were on a cruise. You wouldn't have went far.
No, really. Like, even though there's activities, you don't have to do all the activities. You can pick and choose. Like, I know I'm not really big into trivia, so I knew some of our group would always be down at trivia at Ocean Plaza, whenever trivia was on. And sometimes I wandered around. I met up with B, and we wandered around the ship the one day. Went to Cherry on Top.
V approved.
That's the same day she got her milkshake. She went to Java Blue and got her chocolate almond milkshake with her gluten-free straw.
Yeah.
V was saying about the quiet or silent dancing. Or what was
the
it?
silent party. Yep, B and I went to the silent party. There's part of that on one of my videos somewhere, but it's funny to see all these people dancing, even the DJ, and you can't hear, if you don't have the headphones on, you can't hear the music. I'm not going to touch that one, Kevin. and people up there dancing, and it's like, if you just walk in without headphones on, you'd be looking at it going, like, what beat
are they dancing to?
I recognized the one, even if without my headphones on, when they were doing the biker shuffle, despite the steps. But that was fun. I actually seen that on a video of, it was on a one of the channels I follow was on the Oasis of the Seas.
That's a big ship too.
Yeah, well, they had a team dance party down in I guess they had the headphones on. It was really cool to watch, and it didn't disturb other people. Kids are dancing, having fun, not disturbing other people. So why not?
It's pretty unique, actually.
Well, we had a pretty big group on the first one.
It was like 40 people, wasn't it? Like something 40 people?
46 people representing about 25 different channels.
Holy moly.
That was a lot of people, but it's like, it's a big ship and there's lots of places for people to go. But every time, without being a group, it seemed like every time you turned around, there's so-and-so from our group. Or you wander through the marketplace. Oh, there's a group there from our group sitting having breakfast, and you join in.
It was hard sometimes to get everybody together to have dinner, so it's that's a bad reason, but
that was a big thing. Like, everybody kind of did their own thing for dinner during the week, and then trying to get them all together on the last night. So I know that's why Amy's organized for us all to have the same dining time. So at least one time during the day, we're all getting together. I'm sure we'll get together other times during the day.
Of course. But V was mentioning lotion on the Lido.
Yes. V was up bright and early. I'm sorry, I was sleeping in. I was in an interior cabin, so it was dark in there. You didn't see the daylight to wake you up. But he was up for Lotion on the Lido, like, and that's a great idea. Like if you're by yourself on a cruise, how do you get the suntan lotion here and back? Because you got to get covered or you're going to get burned. Especially when you're down that close to the equator. I know when I went to Cuba, I got a stupid burn because I thought, oh, my spray suntan lotion will cover my back. I looked like a flippin' zebra. I had red and white stripes up and down my back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but when you said zebra, like
thankfully I'd taken a blouse with me with red and white stripe on it, and I just tied it at the waist. So I just put that on over my bathing suit for the next couple of days till it's calmed down, and then we were under big what they call palapas, like the big palm type shelters.
Yeah.
I'd lay under there, and then I would move out into the sun for like 10 minutes on each side, and then go back in the shade. And I did that for the longest time. I got an even tan eventually, but it was just like
rotisserie human.
Lotion on the Lido. It would help to have somebody, especially to rub that on your back, so you don't.
And then you find these people sleeping.
Yeah.
How does this work? Okay, you guys can see that, eh?
Yeah, there's Kenny. Caught him sleeping.
And who else was sleeping?
Yeah, I mean, you guys got me sleeping too. Yeah.
I got Steve sleeping.
Oh, come on, that wasn't that loud.
But Steve's not the only one I have pictures of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not on the cruise.
But the other ones weren't on a cruise. The other ones were coming home from a meetup. Hello, Destination Fun. Hello, Sherry. How are you doing today? My friends popping to say hello and hit the thumbs up. Gotta go pick up dinner in a few. What you having for dinner, Sherry? I know I did talk about earlier, so I was ready and didn't have to rush around. You should have video of them snoring as you can replay it. Well, I'll try to get that on the next cruise.
I don't think that was good because they called the pet services to try and catch me.
No, we don't poke the bear. Burritos from Tijuana Flats. Ooh, that sounds good. Good evening, Busby. Welcome in. Steve's the only one sleeping that resembles a grizzly bear. Mm-hmm.
Not on that cruise.
We don't poke the bear.
Here's a lotion on the. Hang on here. Lotion on the Lido.
Oh, that's
what V was taking pictures of.
Nice view. Getting the sunrise.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe on one of the mornings, I'll get up and get pictures of the sunrise. I only got one sunset. It's the same when I went to Cuba. I got one sunset. It's like, forget about sunsetting. That's going to be really pretty. In that we were leaving La Romana, and I'm looking and the color on the clouds is really pretty. That must mean the sun setting. And I looked at the other side of the ship. Yep, I got pictures of the sunset.
You got a lot of pictures of sunsets. We have a lot of still photos of that.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So you don't have to do everything together. People can do things in their own smaller groups, and like you arrange to meet up. We're going to be meeting up for dinner. We have to go to a show. Or go.
Yeah, we're doing the early dining, I guess, so that we have time to go to a show if there's one that we want to see. And if not, then people can go and do their own thing. Have second supper if they want.
Or meet up for pizza later on for a late night snack. I never got a pizza on the horizon.
I think I got twice. V got 3 times. They were okay. They weren't the best. Oh, V liked them. V was the gluten-free one she really liked.
Well, that's
the Ocean Plaza I found was had the nicest treats and stuff and like cakes and things. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I only went once because I thought, this is a bad spot for me.
Warm Strong Adventures, welcome in. How are you doing, Bill? Well, I totally forgot about the pizza. And the only time I got down that end of the ship was the one night V and I went to the Tides pool. Totally forgot that. Oh, that's where that pizza place is. Okay. Never got down that end.
Yeah, I think it was down that end. Yeah.
The seafood shack was down that end too, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That was okay, but it took them 45 minutes. So I think they had to fish for the lobster first and then prepare it.
Oh, they had to haul that in the lobster
so
trap.
it was all right.
There's something else I didn't have. Can't remember what it is now. It'll come to me. There's something else that I wanted to try and come think. Brain dead.
I'm glad it's not the only one. It happens to me too.
It's not advice. Welcome in, Ground Pounder.
Steve, it's your to answer Kevin's question. When sailing on a ship, can it be mistaken for a wrong? Kevin,
safe travels to get your burritos there. Destination fun.
V's been reading me some of the comments. So what was Kevin? I'm not a foghorn. I don't think it sounded like that.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, what the hell? You Mimi Bobinis.
Most of the time that I've been in the same room as V and Steve has had his CPAP machine on. There's not too many times that I have heard Steve snore that close.
You know, if I don't have that machine, they'll be hunting for a bear. Hi, Ground Pounder. He's saying hi.
Okay, the GP here. Where's the plane? Well, there's a guy over here that likes planes. See, he's got the Canadian snowbirds on his hat there. The plane. So I do have a couple little videos.
Not straight.
Make sure I got. I'll play one of our first group cruise.
I was hoping that there would be a fighter jet flying over the boat at one point, but
you never know what we'll see in Texas.
Yeah. Actually, at the hotel, I did see an actual fighter pilot because they had the suit on that they would wear. So, yeah. I was like, oh.
Ground Pounder says snowbirds kick ass. Okay. Here's the video of our first group cruise. Oops, get out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
There was so many people on that cruise.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Like I think I seen Najuma the meetup, and I seen her like that not last night. I don't know if I ran into her on the whole cruise.
We apparently V says we ran into her at least twice, or V did.
Oh.
So
She was probably in on your vow renewals too. There was a lot of. I think most people were there. A lot of them.
that was a sight to be seen, I guess. That was the highlight from what I've heard.
Busby, you're not the only one that doesn't like sharks.
I am not saying a thing.
People enough to be stuck on a ship with them. There was a lot of people, but other than when you got away from the Lido pool there, a lot of areas weren't that crowded.
Yeah, there was some crowded places, but what's it called? The adults only area. I was up there at least twice, and it was very quiet and very empty. And it was a nice place to go to just get away from the hustle and bustle and all the entertainment and stuff. If you wanted to have a quiet moment.
Oh, the Serenity deck.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
The only time I got up there was one of the days we were in port and got back early, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done like a ship tour thing. So I wandered around and then wandered through there, and that's probably the only time I was on the Serenity. And the other place, the thing I didn't get back to do was when Dee and I went to the Cherry on Top.
Yeah.
A few of them do. The Horizon was one of them to have the place you can get in there. You can get construct your own kind of ice cream sandwich.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can pick out the ice cream. You can pick out what kind and all that. I meant to get back there and try that. Never did that. And they're one of the. They're one of the.
Breeze would have something similar. Yes. No.
They have cherry on top, but they don't have the ice cream thing. There's a limited number of places that have that, so gonna have to go back on the Horizon someday.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, we've already talked about that.
God, ended too soon.
It did. But like, who afterwards we're like, what? You can do it back to back? Didn't know about this. Nobody mentioned this. I would have stayed for another 6 days and gone the other part of the Caribbean.
That might be something we may have to do.
Yeah, some of us have already been chatting about it.
No, just a lot more money, but
Gotta run dinner. Have a good night, Chris and Liz. But there is a lot of group cruises coming up. Some are Helping Hands group cruises. Some are just other group cruises. Helping Hands one, there is, oops, gonna find Amy's.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta promote Amy's because we're going on that one. I gotta start the music first for this one because woohoo, it messed up on me.
tomorrow. Oh. That looks like it's going to be a fun time too.
And we'd love to have more people on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can contact Amy. If anybody's interested in that, you can contact Amy at, there we go. I'll put you part of the
your butts on this ship.
Cruise, October 21st to 26th. Amy at amykephartyt@gmail.com. And she can get you arranged to get on there. Or if you're already a seasoned cruiser and you want to join us and you get different perks, you can always book under one of your perks and just let Amy know that you want to be part of our group. And you can we'll let you do that.
Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, everybody's welcome to be part of our group. There's a few of us that are coming into Galveston a little bit early to check things out. We're having a meetup barbecue the night before, on the 20th, with whoever's there and our recipient. We'll get to know each other a little better before we get on the ship. And then we'll be getting on the ship on the 21st for a 5-day cruise. Then we get off the cruise. We're all leaving that day. We're all going our separate ways.
That'll be sad.
Amy will be a platinum cruiser, so she knows how to cruise with fun. She will be.
Yep.
We're
not platinum.
Guy's Burgers. Some people like them, some people don't. I found them pretty tasty. It's hit or miss. I did hear or read somewhere that they got a gluten-free bun. You can, you have to make sure they make that separately and not with the other stuff. So I would like to try that out. They had a burger eating contest on the horizon, but they didn't set out, Steve, to be honest, they didn't set out rules.
Yeah.
Not really, no. It was just kind of come and go and have fun. But
Yeah,
I didn't.
they timed it, but they didn't say, oh, you could, if you wanted to, you could just do a bare cheeseburger thing. It was small.
Yeah.
Some people like Steve had like other stuff on there, so that was a lot more to.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that again because I'd hurt my stomach a little bit. I don't want to eat food that fast. I do normally eat food fast, but just not that fast.
Well, after you had done, or you were the first one. After
Yeah.
you had done it, and they were doing a couple other ones, and I went off and got myself one. I'm walking over to somebody goes, "Oh, are you gonna join in?" It's like, heck no, I want to enjoy my burger.
Yeah,
And
I think that's what I'm going to do next time.
And I just got the plain Jane one which is just a cheeseburger.
Mhm.
And then I had some sauteed onions and some Guy's brown sugar bourbon barbecue sauce. Oh, that was good on mine. And that's all I had in the fries. The fries were great too. But
they have a little hut on the side that have like all the other fixings like ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, pickles, onions, all the other things that you would like on a burger.
it was really good. The other thing that was good was the Blue Iguana Cantina. I didn't try the breakfast burrito because I'm not a breakfast burrito fan. But
I didn't like those.
I had tacos twice, and they were good. And they had the black bean and corn and black bean salsa that I like on the cart where they had all the toppings.
Yeah.
No, haven't been to Jamaica yet. Someday. There's future cruises I'm looking at way in the future, and one of them goes to Montego Bay. So maybe someday I get to Jamaica. We got to go to Aruba, Bonaire,
La Romana,
and Amber Cove, which those two are on the Dominican Republic. And then this upcoming year, going and Progreso in Mexico. And I myself have been to Cuba. My boss sent me and a coworker to Cuba for a week's vacation, and that's in the shorter of the long-term goals. I want to get back to Cuba. We flew into Santa Clara, and then we're bused to Cayo Santa Maria. The beautiful beaches and the beautiful water. It's just like I got pictures up on my wall over there from the beach, and I was just like, I want to go back. And but there's some sand up here from the beach too. Actually, from two beaches in Cuba. I've heard Hawaii's gorgeous, but yeah, it's further to go to.
It's expensive. I took a quick peek and then I didn't want to peek anymore.
Well, if I won the lottery and wanted to do like a repositioning cruise that stopped at like different places and then Hawaii or Alaska, that would be my dream. But oops.
Yeah, repositioning cruises can be a little bit on the cheaper side.
Other.
Did you freeze?
Carnival.
Yeah, she's freezing.
Michael, you're freezing a bit. Okay, there you go.
My little thing up there is showing not as strong because I'm probably sharing the bandwidth with the other two. Both there for 2 weeks with your wife. Cool. It's I think it's Carnival Luminosa that's headed back from Australia, and it's going up like Japan way and stopping like a whole bunch of places, and then it's heading across I don't know if it's, I think it stops to Hawaii. I think it heads across, it goes to Alaska, and then it comes down to, I think it hits Canada and then Seattle or something.
How long was that cruise?
I think it's like 31 days.
Oh wow!
Because it was taking like, it hits like a few places in Japan, long with a few other places, and then there's so many days at sea in there. It was like,
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting. I wouldn't mind doing that either.
well, you're more than welcome to come to Ontario, Busby. You got friends here.
We'll pull out the welcome mat for you.
This
We'll
is
roll
really
you around town and then down the hill.
It's throwing me off because I unplugged my mouse to plug in my microphone. I keep reaching for the mouse, but my phone's sitting there, and it's like,
V wants to give you this, Bugsby. Wow.
more wow
Butter.
butter. Yeah, you know.
Yummy.
So there is, besides our group cruise in October, or Amy's group cruise, it's ours because we're all. Okay, Ground Pounder, good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Excuse me.
That's October 2024. In
Tell them it's in
June of 2025, there is an Alaskan group cruise that's Helping Hands recipient will be on. We're looking for recipients, so go to helpinghandsforcruising.org. It'll tell you how to get a person in there. Then it tells you all the stipulations. I'm not going to go through that right at the moment. There's Alaska cruise. We have to contact Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel, and it goes Seattle. It goes to Skagway, Juneau, Ketchikan, and one other one. Just drawing a blank. That's stops in Victoria as well. And then after that, in the November is the big rock and roll tribute cruise, which is also, you can contact Bruce to get on that. There's going to be there's 3 bands, but 2 of them are going to be perform on the ship on Great Stirrup Cay. And it goes to Great Stirrup Cay, St. Thomas, Tortolo, which are the 2 Virgin Islands, U.S. and British, and another one in there that I drawn a blank. But those are Helping Hands ones that are coming up. And there's, if you know somebody that's never been on a cruise, that's hasn't cruised or couldn't cruise because of whether it's a disability or financial issues. Oh, that's awesome, Ground Pounder. I'll have to tell my son that works in the dispensary.
Ground pounder. Just
420. It's not 420 yet. It's only 4:04. What else? Let's see. See,
Oh.
You lost me. You lost me there, Busby. My brain was trying to go to the. We had a cruise before, it was due to financial or physical disabilities, or if it's a person that's a care.
You're freezing again there, my dear. Michael Leon.
We were both spinning.
Okay.
Oh, bring me back. Bring me back.
And I was going to say,
helpinghandcruising.org. website, it will tell you exactly what to do, how to do a video and submit it for.
And if you have a disability, the most cruise ships have disability abled cabins, so
Yep.
you can do what you need to do. So it's not just a difficult thing for somebody. It's wheelchair accessible, everything. Other than the water, that's not wheelchair accessible.
Well, the last one. Yeah, this one is cheaper.
Well,
Well, as you've seen, Kenny walks with a walker. We did also have a wheelchair for him on the ship. When when it was too much getting back and forth, because it can be a long way to go from one end of the ship to the other. He had he had one of the accessible cabins. The second group cruise, James Catnese, he's in a wheelchair. He was on that one. If you know well and ahead, the person booking the cruise can try to get an accessible cabin, and especially if we have a recipient that needs one, they'll do their darndest to get them the accessible cabin.
yeah, the ship is almost a football field in length long, I would think. Correct?
Something like that, at least.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I
spell it.
walked from one end to the other, and that was a long walk.
Yeah, it sounds like Ketchikan, but it's Ketchikan, like ketchup. There, Busby. Kenny showed us disability room disabled.
Mhm.
But if you're interested in joining us, we would love to have more people along. Especially if you're seeing this on the replay. I was trying to think of a couple other things. But you meet lots of people, and there's always somebody to do stuff with.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to. You can go up on your own. Like,
you can be in your room and be quiet, or you can go up to the adults only, the Serenity deck, and watch the world go by. It's pretty much free for all for whatever you want to do.
well, I went with Amy. Amy and I shared a cabin, and Amy went on a couple of excursions in Aruba and Bonaire. I wasn't really interested in those excursions. I just wandered around. Me and Steve and I wandered around the port in Aruba, and we went to Lucy's and had tacos on Taco Tuesday. And it was a beautiful spot there, overlooking the water, and the ship was right there.
Yeah.
And we wanted to walk back, and that's when we seen that big iguana. And Bonaire. Bonaire, I went with a group of 7 other people. They had rented golf carts, and we just did the south end of the island, and that was really cool because you could go at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
You were never more than 40 minutes away from the ship, and a lot of spots on that thing you could look back and there's the ship. Just looking across the island.
If it was floating away, you would be able to see it.
No, it was still there. We got back. Well, we started, I think, at 9 a.m. on that, and we were back probably by noon, and the ship didn't leave till
4 or 5, I think. I don't remember, but the ship will leave you there if you're not back in time.
Bonaire left at 3.
3. So you got to be back by 2:30, the latest.
But we were back by noon. My only regret in Bonaire is I forgot there was a place that sold like the salt, and that would have been a cool thing to bring back for my son. That's the culinary guy. So if I go to Bonaire again, I'm going to make sure I go, because I got those things from the shopping guy that had a guide of things to do, and all I did was I went on the golf cart thing, and I came back and got back on the ship, and I was like, I had plenty of time to look down a couple streets there, like.
Yeah.
But we were back in plenty of time. I got back on the ship, and
you got to make sure that your watches are set to ship time and not island time. With the way that most cell phones are, they could switch to the island time. If you use that, you could miss the
Yeah.
boat. Buy a cheap
A
watch.
ship or an Apple Watch or any of those could accidentally, go to whatever other times. You're best to buy, a cheap analog watch or
Yep.
cheap digital watch that will stay on the right time.
Low
And then
technology, people.
give yourself an hour ahead of time, ship time or sailing time to be back.
Yeah.
But I was back, just around lunchtime, and I just got back on the ship and was like, well, I don't know where everybody is, but I'm hungry. And I went upstairs to Cucina de Capitano. Well, I was going to go to Gigi's and get Mongolian wok for lunch, but it was an hour and a half wait.
Yeah.
There was no wait for Cucina. So I went,
Yeah.
well, I guess instead of having Mongolian wok, I'm having pasta. And that was cool.
To quote John Panette, get out of the line.
Yeah. I was like, hour and a half. No. Is there a wait for the pasta? No. I can go see. Sure. I just had to wait for the girl to go take me and seat me, but that was it. And it didn't take long for food because they brought out a plate with some focaccia bread on it, and a piece of paper and a little pencil. It's like you check off what kind of pasta you want, what kind of sauce you want. You want additional, like mushrooms and chicken and zucchini, I think. Additional, and I want a Caesar salad, sure. And then they take that, and next thing you know, they're coming out with food.
Yeah, the Caesar salad, V and I, we had that. That was really, really good.
I've had the Caesar salad like 3 times on that ship.
That doesn't surprise me.
And every time I had beef, it was delicious. Because I don't normally cook a lot of beef around here, other than ground beef.
Yeah.
Every time I had beef, it was delicious. When I had other things, it was, it's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna find mostly good food there, but it's to everybody's taste. Sometimes it's just not your flavor. No biggie.
Exactly, Busby. I had penne with Alfredo sauce, and then I had chicken, zucchini, and mushrooms on it, and it was delish. I could have gone for a little bigger portion, but I went back downstairs and I went to the sweet shop thing, and where the cakes were, I had a slice of cake. I got a little soft serve frozen yogurt, and I had a lemonade.
You just go to everywhere you want to go.
Well,
and
it's
just
like
sample everything.
Other than the first day there, I got the funfetti cheesecake, and it was like, I don't know what they're raving about this, because I was kind of amping about it, and I had something like a turtle cake or something like that. I think was the other one I had. Other than that first day, I hadn't gone back and seen what the other cakes were, so I had a key lime cake or something like that. Key lime coconut or something. Here, let the dog back in my room. Come in if you behave yourself, dog.
Yeah, just serve me junk and I'm good. Yeah.
Oh. I said Busby that would roll you out, but it's a good thing you have wheels, because it's just so much food. You can't go hungry.
Yeah.
No.
No.
If you go hungry on a ship, you're not trying.
Hello, Fairy Dust. Hello, Rob. Welcome in. How it's changed drastically. Still deciding if it's better or worse. Haha.
Hey, back.
Anybody else that's in the chat, like Rob or whatever, that's been on group cruises? Any pointers or things you liked about group cruises? Because, like, I have thought about solo cruise, or I don't know if I want to go by myself. I know Amy does it, but I don't know if I want to go along. Maybe
You'd probably meet a whole bunch of people. You wouldn't be by yourself for long.
No, you make new friends. Wouldn't be the first time someone had to roll me out of a restaurant.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Well, there's you can go on the trip without spending any extra money. Maybe $5 on the hub thing if you want to stay in contact with your friends, but
It's almost It's almost better just to bring a set of walkie-talkies if you have a couple of people. Because when we were on the Horizon, the $5 app for that didn't work very well. We had to get our money back on that. But they were trying to fuse two different programs together, so they were updating it.
Hopefully, where did I write that down? Where did I write it down? I can remember. I had it up a different piece of paper, but
V was just V was just saying that the water bottle package for Carnival for how many? 14? 12 bottles went up to like $14.
That's what I was just looking for.
Oh. Sorry,
I wrote it down because I had just watched La Lida Loca just before, and it's like in 17 months, the price of 12-pack of water bottles has gone from $4.99 to 14 something.
Almost $15.
Yeah.
That's a little bit insanity. But
well, I know Amy always orders it, but it's like I'm always like I'm good with filling up. I might get a bigger one, filling up a water bottle at the thing, or maybe 2 or 3 of them and fill them up at the thing and some ice water and bring them back and keep them in the fridge.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
What we're gonna have to do.
Or one thing I've seen, one of the channels I follow that goes on the Disney cruises all the time. They bring a Brita pitcher with them.
Not a bad idea.
And they just keep filling that in a cooler. Like, I thought that's not a heck of a bad idea either.
This is a Brita filter. Yeah. So you can buy even these water bottles with a Brita filter in it.
But I was like, when I seen them packing their stuff and unpacking their stuff, I was like, get a Brita jug. That's a heck of an idea. So I've got this one. I have another Brita one, not Brita one. I have another thermos one, but it's not insulated.
I think I'm going to bring this one to the cruise.
Why not? Fill it up and,
Yep.
Get a big one like that, fill it up and stick it in the
fridge,
thing and stick it in the fridge. Like
these little ones.
Yeah, you can fill up a small one like that and put it in the fridge. Away you go.
Well, again, you can bring on a bottle of wine. You can bring on a 12-pack of pop, or
it has to be in cans. It can't be glass. I don't think.
Can't be bottles. It has to be cans or cartons.
Okay.
And less than 16 ounces. Don't like bottles because bottles people.
Did you mean like Tetra Packs? As V wants to know, like for boxes of drinks.
Or is it just like a carton?
They say cartons, so it's like as long as it's under 12 or 12 ounces. I think it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm bringing on.
That's 12 ounces.
That's 12 ounces apparently.
That's perfect.
I don't know what I'm bringing. Like last time I got a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. Well, I haven't been drinking pop since I've been on keto. I know I've seen something about a sugar-free Arnold Palmer, but it's like, if I can find that might be the 12-pack I bring with me.
Mm-hmm.
You just got V all excited too.
Well, I was looking online and I was like, and I believe it said something about no aspartame.
Okay.
I have to look that up further. Okay, what cruise are we talking about? Who is going, etc.? My arm is getting twisted like a pretzel. We are going in October. It's right down you're going across. Put a lime in it group cruise. Hosted by Amy from Amethyst Haze Adventures. It's a Helping Hands for Cruising cruise. We have a recipient, Roxanne, that's coming with us. And there is myself. Oh boy. Amy's hosting it. I am sharing the cabin with Amy. V and Steve are down the hall from Amy and I. And then down on deck 7, we have Sharon and Gary from Cruising Scene. And we have Sandy and Troy, camp maintenance guy. And then our recipient has a ocean view of the aft of the ship, so she'll be able to watch the wake of the ship behind us. October 21st to the 22nd, 26, right there where B put it. My mouth is woof. But yeah, you're welcome to join us. You can contact Amy. She can help you out with a cabin.
And cruising on the high seas, yeah, I am going. I see that. I just saw the message. Steve, are you going on Amy's cruise? Yeah.
Yep. V and Steve and myself and Amy are in spa cabins. It's not a necessity, Renee, because it leaves and comes back to a U.S. port.
But in case.
You have
But
to have.
yeah, I would take it with you. Yeah.
If you have one, it's better. But you can cruise with a photo ID and birth certificate, a valid photo ID and birth certificate, and the card not photocopies or whatever.
But they're in the US and Canada, we need it.
It's just you got to make sure if you get off at port, you get your butt back in time, because if you for some reason you get left behind, it's a lot harder to get processed through the border security or whatever to get you back in. And it doesn't take that long to get a or to get a passport. So we're going to be at M24 a month before that, or less than a month before that. I guess about a month, because it's 19th to the 22nd, so, and that's 21st to the 26th, so about a month before that. Stop procrastinating. Get yourself a passport and get hold of Amy. We'd love to have you on with us. I am so excited, Len. We're less than 200 days. We're under 99 days now. So just a wee bit over 6 months till we're getting on board there. And hopefully meeting up with some people from the Galveston area in the name of Jeremy and Cheryl from Cruising is Fun Anytime. So look forward to meet them if we can arrange that. I was bugging them this morning. I didn't say exactly that, but I just said looking forward to hopefully meeting you guys in. Oh, she's back. It's okay. Busby was be covered for you, Danny. When is the cruise? Going across the bottom, October 21st to the 26th, 2024, out of Galveston. And it's going to Cozumel and Progreso. And we have a recipient, so we're looking forward to going with Roxanne on her first cruise. Oopsie. Danny, you're tardies. She was busy. She said she was on a call with her brother. I have hugs to you. Oliver gave a hug. Yep. I'm going to get some more Canadian treats, too, to take. I'm not too excited because there's already stuff over there organized, maybe some stuff thrown in suitcases, so I know where it is.
We haven't started packing yet. These got the little magnets, apparently. The mini magnets.
I was there looking at a girl called about wedding stuff. Yes, we do. We're flying out of Detroit.
Yippers.
Flying out of Detroit on United Airlines. Because we're not screwing around with Air Canada. Canadian treats. You already have had some Busby. I'm sure you'll get more along the line. Get a pass this time. See, is there anything else I wanted to... I've seen lots about other group cruises, and they look like they have lots of fun. What's wrong with AC? What's wrong with Air Canada? without typing profanity.
No.
Well, let's see if you know how Nick P makes out with them. It was cheaper. Yep. It was cheaper to fly into Detroit.
Out of Toronto was a mitigated disaster.
So
We were there 4.5 hours early, and we got to our plane 15 minutes before they started boarding. Yeah,
that's crazy. In Detroit, we were almost 2 hours at the gate because we were got rid of our luggage, had our boarding passes, got rid of our luggage, went through security, and we were at the gate. Well, our flight left at 6:10 a.m. So we were sitting there from just past 4:30 until they started boarding us about 45 before.
The Toronto one, from what we heard, all flights that morning were going through one security gate.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That line was at least a mile long.
It was over now.
It was, over an hour waiting in the line. I would say at least 90 minutes. Yeah.
Ground Pounder is asking, if you had a teleportation device, where would you go? I'm going to Hawaii. Well, I know where Steve's going. He's going to Germany.
No, an airport.
You got a teleportation device? He's going to Germany to whatever air things in Germany.
Yes, yeah. I have to see an air show in Europe, whether it's in Germany or wherever.
Mine would be probably either Down Under or Greece is on the list way down if I was to get to Europe. But I'd be happy just getting on a ship and sailing around the Caribbean, around and around and around.
Thanks, Busby. Appreciate it. Yeah, my special helper.
That's right. I remember that. You guys paid for upgraded seats to be more comfortable and get screwed out of it.
Yeah. I mean, other than the plane got us to and from our destination, that was about the only good thing.
And your carry-ons had to go under. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they fit. They did fit. But for some reason, I don't know. There was a goofball that had something rearranged and was not a very nice man.
Here, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I flew American Airlines when I went to Miami.
I looked at that and I said, "You flew a support group?" Sorry, I just.
Was that a chartered flight with Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh man, I am tired.
Busby said something about go to Florida and the Keys. Yeah.
Mm.
Breathe, Steve. I'll get your beat.
Nice. I like the lizards.
Yeah.
Fiji, Hawaii, Japan, Aussie, France, Switzerland.
The list keeps going.
Danny would go to visit Mike Land and V and Steve, Australia, to meet Shauna and Alana.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's a long flight from what
Ugh,
I've heard. Like 19 hours if you're going
might as
straight.
well just do a cruise ship.
Oh, I was gonna say you might as well take a cruise ship.
Yeah, I'd rather
It'll
do
take you longer.
I'd rather do a repositioning cruise.
Yeah.
Take longer, but hell, you can get up and move around and
Yeah.
not going into a teeny tiny bathroom and
Oh, and having your knees in your no.
I'm not a contortionist. I don't fit into a suitcase or a plane seat.
You do fit in a plane seat. There's just tight
Just
to
barely.
bear.
Yeah, the bear was getting rather uncomfortable.
I don't think Shauna P did the kangaroos there, Busby.
Kangaroos will just bounce away.
Nope, don't want skydive. Danny, you keep bringing up the pop rocks, you're going to get in trouble.
That will make everybody unhappy on the plane.
Just need gas money. Yep. Busby doesn't buy.
Touche, yes. It's officially cheaper to drink beer than it is for gas.
You know,
What?
you need to do a cruise out of New Orleans. That wouldn't be too far for you to drive there, Busby. I don't think.
It's like 5 hours from Galveston. Because we were thinking of doing that when we came back from this cruise. There was possibly one going the next day out of New Orleans. But price and time, it just
Gas is 160 was 162 a liter here yesterday. Yeah, New Orleans wouldn't be that far. It's just the state below you.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's 7 hours, 6 hours.
It was 5 hours when I
Yeah.
mapped it on the map.
Stop
But-
jumping when I want to highlight a comment to we paid for. Yep.
Well,
I
the
haven't had-
we figured out the TVs were in the side thing.
I haven't been on a flight with a TV since I went on a WestJet one.
Hmm.
All the other ones, I was like, there wasn't any, unless they were hiding somewhere because there wasn't on where the things where you had to plug your phone in if you wanted to watch something. But yeah, a lot of people download stuff on their phones or tablets or whatever to watch or games to play.
Mm. Cruising on the high seas. What I'm not sure what you're asking for Air Canada. Where are you in group 1 or sorry 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, I replied to
Oh, okay.
the other day,
I
so
wasn't sure. Oh, V's replying to you.
I replied to
No idea what that means.
Yeah. Sorry. V knows what she's blah, 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 blah. V knows what you meant.
I have no idea what diesel is here. I just know I'd seen to the gas
I-
station yesterday
I
when I
filled
was on
up-
about 162.
I filled up the corporate van and it was 188, I think.
for gas or
For that was for diesel.
Michigan's way cheaper. Yep.
That was
Michigan's
for
way cheaper for gas
$100.
and for flight. No, we're just. I flew to Detroit, so I said, "Well, why don't we fly into Detroit?" So we're flying into Detroit. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a big airport, but it seems to run pretty efficiently because when we went, we were right through, and coming home, we got in.
Yeah, coming into Toronto wasn't bad. It was actually quite efficient. From what I've seen from the Detroit, from pictures and maps, it looks very simplistic to me. It's just one big whole long little line, and you just walk down there until you find your gate.
I was trying to come home. We had a 2-hour layover at LaGuardia. Well, that was disappointing because it was overcast, like right down to the freaking ground, so we couldn't see anything. But
Yeah.
so we sat there in the airport for 2 hours, then got on our next flight, and it got in. It was just after lunchtime or something,
I don't think
and
we had
it was no time. We were off the plane and going down to baggage, and by the time we got out, our ride was there.
Yeah.
But new bridge being built in Detroit looks amazing. Is that the one between Windsor and Detroit? Did I see something about that today? Like Gordie Howe Bridge or something like that? Interesting. No, we're not going to DFW, but
that was actually my first flight in a long, long time. So what I figured out is I don't like the landing process. Everything else about the flight was fine.
I said the flight before that I went on was out of Toronto when we went to Cuba. Well, actually, we went from Toronto to Cienfuegos, landed there, got off the plane for 45 minutes so they could groom the plane, went back on the plane because as soon as they dropped us in Santa Clara, they were loading the plane to go back to Toronto. And they didn't have time in Santa Clara to groom the plane, which is kind of weird.
That seems like a lot of steps.
Yeah, because the flight from Cienfuegos to Santa Clara was 15 minutes. So we literally landed, got off for almost an hour, got back on, and we're on for 15 minutes to get to Santa Clara. I was like, okay. Well, I have videos of I even posted on my Facebook page. Was on the first, so it was 5 years ago on the first type. But I'm looking at it says Sunwing and it says Cienfuegos and then a couple other places. And I'm like, nobody would know what that meant. Anyways, that's when I went to Cuba. We got our bridges are already there. The building one in Windsor, I believe, because the other one's falling apart.
Yeah.
I've never been on the Ambassador Bridge. I've always gone through the tunnel.
Yeah, we went to the tunnel. With the teardrop.
Well, hopefully the bridge stays up until we get over there.
Well, we can either go across the Blue Water Bridge and go down that side, or we can drive down to Windsor and go through the tunnel.
6 minutes difference.
Apparently there's only 6 minutes different. 6 minutes difference, so it's not even a difference. Well, technically not.
To be honest, with the construction,
That's the thing.
we'd probably be further ahead driving down to Windsor and going across.
Can I have this?
What is that? Oh yeah. Yeah, well, then we can do that. It's a different direction, and we're not going over the same. Yeah. So yeah, we could do that. I've only been to Windsor maybe 20 years ago. So
Unless it's
I didn't go to Windsor.
those USN or US United States Navy or United States Coast Guard, you're not getting on that ship on a ship. I know a few words in Spanish, fairy dust. When I came back from Cuba, I was doing Duolingo on my phone. I already knew a few words, but I was trying to learn a bit more. I would love to be able to speak not fluent Spanish, but enough to get by.
Well, your phones nowadays have translator thingies on them too. So, yeah. I mean, if you really needed to.
Well, I've seen like one channel I follow that has this little translator. It's not even as big as a phone. It's just looks like a little walkie-talkie thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use Google Translate on the phone and just like ask a question and you like play it to them and they can give the response back.
Okay.
I've been through the tunnel several times. A lot faster.
No, I'm not so sure if I like what he said about it leaking. Water and tunnels don't mix, and cars don't mix. That sounds like something that the mafia would do. Hey, put them in this tunnel and then open the tunnel or
Hey,
open them.
we got a tunnel that goes under the river here. Unfortunately, it's not a car tunnel; it's a train tunnel.
Ah,
I never showed you guys that.
no, I don't think we've seen it. Bad touristy.
Okay.
We have
Itch.
the area.
Yeah.
Then
I'm starting a little chilly.
Anyways, what we got? 1:24. We'll go 6 minutes. We'll go 6 minutes and then we're gonna call it quits.
Okie dokie.
I don't want to get too close to the microphone because I don't want it to sound like I'm shouting at you guys. But I'm trying. But it was a gift for Christmas, so I've been trying it out. But I need a USB thing hub, which I have one on my wish list. It's just something I haven't got around to getting yet. Which I do have a link to my wish list in my channel. Not in my PayPal, but I don't push it because I don't want to sound like a gimme. But if anybody wanted to help support the channel, the only things that are on my wish list are things that would help with my channel or help. Stuff, but I want my mouse back. That's what I want. That's my only fear with.
They had measuring things. If this is what you're asking, they had the measuring things in Toronto, and our carry-on luggage should have fit there, but for some reason it didn't. But when we checked it, maybe it was because of the clip. But when I checked it at the Waterloo airport, it fit in there perfectly, and in London too. So I don't know. They might be a tad bit smaller or something, but they didn't allow us to use those as carry-on. So it's like,
yeah,
all right, well, whatever.
They won't let you do it if the wheels catch or the handle catches.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But I could have taken the tag off, but I was like,
That's my only thing. Is like if I'm taking my carry-on, it's like, don't tell me I need to check it because then I have to figure out how to get stuff that's in there into my personal bag, and it's not going to all fit. Although the backpack I want to get, it will fit my computer, so. But I wouldn't want to have to. No, these days, if you're in Zone 3, all bags go into the plane. What's going on over here? Let's go check something here. Okay. My messenger gets blinking and makes me wonder what's going on. Zone 3 to 5 or all that zone stuff is just it's gibberish to me.
I don't know. I have no idea where we were, to be honest. I know planes, just not that part.
Shameless plug for thing. Sharpening your wife's knives. Listening. That would drove me crazy yesterday. My son has his chef's knives in the drawer, and I have a thing that holds them up. I have a knife block that has my little set of 3 KitchenAid knives and kitchen shears. Son's girlfriend, down in her storage of stuff, she has a knife block with all the stuff. She decided to bring that up last night and use one of those knives. brand new. I'm looking at it, and the knife has got 2 nicks in it. And I'm like, that's not a very good knife.
Mm-mm. Unless she was cutting something that
I don't
wasn't
know.
good for it.
I don't know what she was cutting last night. I didn't go down there. I was chatting with friends. I was like, we don't need another set of knives out. But I'm not saying anything. And she'd washed the knife and there was still food stuck to it. So I cleaned it better, dried it off, set it over by the box. And I was like, I'm not saying anything to her. Trevor's like, I'm not saying anything. Mine was a cheap KitchenAid set, and that's probably about 10 years or so old. And I have a separate thing of steak knives that's in the cupboard. So my son's got his once when he was doing culinary management at the college. And his are the J.H. Henkel steel.
Those can be good knives, yeah.
That's where my pots and pans are. The same company. It's like, I know they make good steel. Zones is how you board the plane so they don't have a flake of people boarding the plane all over the place to keep them organized. Still
I
great.
think they just let us kind of in. Yeah, I don't know. They just opened the gates and we just went on the plane like in an orderly fashion. It wasn't like a stampede. So could be. Maybe Air Canada's a little bit different. So
Yeah.
I hadn't flown for a long time when I went to Cuba, and it was like I just know we went through security and then we were off in some other section of the airport, and it's like, okay, and then we found our gate with Sunwing, and we just stayed there until it was time to board.
yeah.
And when we came back, I couldn't tell you. We got back in at 2 a.m, I think it was. That was kind of crazy. Go down here, go downstairs here. Okay, go find your baggage, and then wait for a taxi to take us to whatever airport hotel thing. Like 3 a.m. when we got in, and our ride was picking us up by 9 to come back to town. It was like, that was a waste of money. It was such a waste of money on a hotel. Barely slept.
Yeah, so on the high seas, I don't know. It could very well be. Well, we had like tickets that told us where we have to sit. Maybe if that's what you're meaning, we're sitting in maybe whatever zone. I have no idea if that's the way it is on all planes. We'll see what it's like then when we're in Detroit. Probably exactly the same. So
we'll find out when we get there.
We'll see. We've picked our seats, so it should be the same as what it was then in Air Canada. But
No, it's a different.
well, yeah.
Anyways, folks, we're over the hour and a half. I think we're going to call it. Thanks for coming in, folks. Let's see. I'm going to get back over to this thing over here. Scroll down to, oops. Yeah. Where are you? Scroll down to there. And